Okay, we're talking about a robot cleaning service, Andrew. What the hell is going on here?
Okay, I can show you. So
yeah, Marques wanted to talk.
Every once in a while, I go on Twitter and just scroll for a little bit. And so I don't know if you remember this. A couple months ago, maybe it was a couple years ago, I did a video about that Neo robot. Remember that Neo robot?
That was like 8 months ago.
This was going to be a humanoid 5'6" robot that can go into your home and perform tasks and clean stuff for you.
Yeah.
And I made a video about how they have to advertise it and try to get people to buy it as if it's real and exists and can do that now, but it clearly cannot do that because it doesn't have any of the data and the training to go in and clean your house and do this stuff. So they have this weird like crossroads that they're at where they need to convince people to be early adopters so that they can get a bunch of training data so that they get more people to buy it so then it can actually do what it's advertised.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm on Twitter and I scroll and I see there's this tweet of a robot and it says, "Today we're launching Tao's humanoid cleaning service in San Francisco for $30 an hour. Access is initially invite only as we scale operations. If you don't have an invite yet, join it at the waitlist here. All footage is shown at 1x speed. Each humanoid is jointly controlled by a human operator and AI. And then there's a video of a little humanoid-shaped robot getting out of the backseat of a minivan and walking away with a cleaning bag as if he's going to go do some job somewhere."
Can I describe? I thought carefully how to describe it for.
Please describe this little humanoid robot.
Okay, this is a 4.5-foot drunk man in the baggiest clothes possible, claws for hands, and its head can only resemble that of a router and frog hybrid. Also, the cleaning supply bag that it picks up only has one microfiber cloth hanging off the side pouch.
Yeah.
Nothing else is in that bag that
It's
taking
wearing
out.
shoes.
It's wearing my shoes.
Pants.
It's wearing my New Balances.
It's wearing a jacket. Okay.
Wait, I have one more question about this.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's getting out of a minivan, which is kind of impressive. It's supposed to be like it got dropped off, right?
Classic cleaning service, yeah.
Does it have to wear a seatbelt?
Does it have to legally? No.
Because it's a thing.
So this is the thing. I think as it not being a person, it doesn't have to, but therefore still turns into an extreme safety hazard in a crash because it's not secured. But then also, if it has its seatbelt on, zero chance claw hands is getting out of the seatbelt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Big claw
Yeah, that's
hands.
facts.
So huge red
claws.
flag off the first video.
So the idea, it turns out, and David, I know you haven't seen this yet, so I'd like for you to click the website.
Oh, no.
The idea is that this is a cleaning service offered at a discounted rate so that they can literally just start gathering training data.
Yeah.
They are for people who are totally cool with all these robots being fully remote operated right from the beginning, and you are agreeing to have a person go into your home through this robot and just clean stuff for you and do services for you. Mm-hmm. So if you scroll down on this website a little bit, what you will see is videos of this little freaky humanoid robot doing chores in a kind of a smoothish looking manner. Sometimes.
It's like me after leg day, basically.
Yeah. It's kind of shaking a little bit.
It's 24 frames per second.
But we are all now under the complete understanding that this is a person remote operating this, and they are going to wipe down counters and clean up and vacuum and empty the trash and move stuff from off the middle of the floor to clean your house, and you'll pay for it, and it'll be cheaper than a person would be because you're letting someone in your house get that training data for the robot for its sweet, sweet data.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it also is, it's watching it do all of its chores it looks insanely focused because you can tell whoever is teleoperating this is having a very hard time trying to see what's going on and control it. So it's like wiping the table and its head is just cocked down, like perfect 90 degrees, locked in, just wiping, like
trying to spray the spray bottle really bad.
Spray bottle's my favorite video.
Yeah, it's so slow.
Can you describe the scene?
So there's a 4.5-foot man in a costume with a Netgear router as his head, and he's pinching this like spray bottle with his right claw. And
at the bottom,
and he's tilting it, and the left claw is trying really, really hard to spray it, and he's kind of shaking a little bit, and he finally gets a couple spritzes off.
On a counter that is filled with junk. There's like
just a ton of
hot
stuff.
Lids, milk cartons, there's a portafilter, there's like a
milk.
blender.
There's
They're
milk
just
for
spraying
some
it
reason.
on like all of the stuff.
That's true. He's just spraying it on the portafilter, which you wouldn't want to have in your coffee. But that's interesting. This is not that different from the Neo thing, because the Neo thing also, they were like, we are having
watching the video.
They would be so mad if you.
Well,
because the last Neo announcement was like, we've invented the most advanced Cybertronic hand ever invented with 10 million moving parts and a pulley system. And then this little guy's like,
well, I'm just saying it's the same thing where like they had people that were teleoperating these things with like VR headsets.
Yeah.
And they're basically doing it at a discounted rate in order to train the AI what it is like to clean a house.
Yeah.
And it seems the same.
If I'm giving Tao credit, they're very upfront with the fact that it's teleoperated and this is training. And so like
Neo
I will give them full credit there. Neo they said it, but they were not upfront about it. This is like the CEO's tweet. In the tweet says teleoperated.
Yeah.
These are people.
Mm-hmm. So there are apparently 3 different cleaner robots with different colored heads that are specialized at different tasks. There's Chelsea.
This just for the record, makes no sense to me.
Zero.
Well, it's I think that they're going off like the agent model where they train it to do very specific things for very specific tasks.
Can be loaded onto the robot.
Yeah.
And the robots are all the same.
Yeah, they should all be able to do everything. Unless they have like different claws or something. Anyway, there's Chelsea, there's Elon, which has got to be tongue-in-cheek, and there's Tony. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is weird. I got to say.
They have like specialties. Chelsea does sinks, counters, mirrors, and tile. Elon can remember where your things belong and put them back rather than tidying them into a pile. Don't know what that means. And Tony deep cleans, grout, baseboard, windows. I guess Tony's better at getting down low. I don't know.
I mean, they're all 4.5 feet tall. I feel like
they're all pretty low.
Down low. Yeah. What about putting my stuff away in the higher cabinets? They're all too short for that.
Yeah. This is so... Okay. The one thing that keeps coming back to me is this video of it trying to do the spray bottle, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the idea... This is funny because it's kind of backwards from what you'd expect. The Neo, as you described, Ellis, has these really advanced... Like, it has fingers because it's trying to be a human hand because the idea of a humanoid robot is... We've built the world around a human shape. So if you can make a humanoid robot, it can do all the things a human can do. So a spray bottle, you have to have like fingers that are like dexterous enough to like grab the bottle by the neck, but then also the trigger to like point it and spray. But this robot just has claws. Just claws.
Big
so it
claws.
can't do the like dexterous like grab and spray and point thing. So it has to hold the bottle with one claw and like squeeze it with the other claw and aim it by tilting it, which is... It's like, why are you trying to make it human-shaped at all? Just make it good at all the cleaning stuff and forget the human-shaped part.
Why doesn't it just have a hose that runs down its arm and cleaning solution backpack?
Exactly. Like, why is it... Okay, that's what
Also,
you would get from a cleaning service.
I don't think the Neo hands could... if you think about squeezing a spray bottle with one hand, like, that's an
being
easy
generous
task
with the
to
Neo.
us humans, but, like, I think that would be really hard to be, like, pinching it with enough pressure so that it's not spraying, aiming it, and then squeezing it. And, like, I don't think Neo could pull that off.
I was being generous with the Neo. I think it's just like the idea is it's trying to be as human as possible so that it can eventually be good enough to do the human stuff. This one, it physically does not have human hands, and I guess it's a little more rudimentary of a robot. So it's like, if you're not... the only thing human about it is that it's bipedal and standing upright. It's like balancing, shaking on two legs, trying to spray the counter. Just make a robot that's 5 feet tall with a hose on it that just sprays the counter. But, you know, this is not about that. This is about being human-shaped.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Well, this is like the 12th robot like this that we've seen in the last year, and I don't know if any of them are going to come to fruition. However, I'm not sure any of them can come to fruition now because just last night, the U.S. government has banned robots made outside of the U.S., including robot vacuums. Any robots that are over 4.4 pounds. For robot vacuums, it includes their charger. So that's funny. So a lot of those chargers will probably make it over 4.4 pounds.
Yeah.
So they issued a new ban on advanced robotic devices and power inverters from foreign countries. The ban will include humanoid and quadruped robots, as well as robot vacuums. They define this type of robot as a machine that is capable of locomotion, obstacle avoidance, navigation, or movement on the ground, comes with a sensor that perceives the surrounding environment, and has a chip for network connectivity. It must also weigh more than 4.4 pounds, including the docking station, if it has one.
It's basically everyone.
Every single robot that we've seen in the last year now apparently needs to be made in the United States. None of that will happen.
This seems... I don't know, pretty ham-fisted. Do you think this is just the current administration doing this type of stuff, or is this like a larger concern? Yeah, I don't
most of it with the drones, with the
DJI. Like we talked about the drones before. So they banned a bunch of Chinese companies making drones, including the most popular ones like DJI, and then they would spin off.
I was gonna say we didn't even talk about that, but DJI spun up a bunch of fake companies to try to like hide in the U.S. and they banned those as well. So
so now they're adding all these robots and robot vacuums to that list.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So now we have to only get the American-made. Is Dyson? They're Swedish, right? I don't feel like we have any American-made ones here.
Probably not.
Where's Dyson from?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my
They're not American.
My like AC is American Air, but I'm pretty sure it's not made in America.
Yeah.
Hoover? Is that still a thing?
Hoover, I don't know.
Is Hoover American?
Orek.
Yeah. In the U.S. ban documentation, they did mention. Do you remember when we talked about that DJI robot vacuum that was super easily hacked, and people were able to like see the 3D maps of everyone's homes that the robot vacuum
that would
created?
be the concern. Yeah.
Yeah. So The Verge had put out an article about how simple that was to hack and how like the data you could collect on it. They specifically mention this in the ban document for this reason.
All right.
But fair. I mean, that's a good example of why this is bad.
But it is crazy how much money robot vacuum companies spend on U.S. tech YouTubers as sponsors.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like all of these are just going to vanish now.
Yeah, there's many companies who do very similar products.
Yeah.
They all are like, you've probably seen, like if you're picturing what's the most common one?
Roborock or
iRobot.
Roomba.
Yeah. When I say the word Roomba, you're picturing a shape of a robot vacuum in your head that is made by 25 different companies who all have advertised on your YouTube page at some point. So all of them not being from the U.S. means that probably won't happen.
It's very similar to the just router ban of all routers made outside of the U.S., which was all of them. And so then they had to give like permission to like ASRock and a couple of other random router companies. I imagine that's what's going to happen here, where they will give exemptions to very, very popular robotic vacuum companies. But as to what it does to all of these humanoid robots, I feel like...
These are all American companies, though, that I'm seeing.
Yeah, but they have to be made in the United States. Like, they can't be assembled outside the U.S.
Interesting.
So they might be able to do some weird workaround where the parts are just shipped to the U.S. and then they're assembled there, but I also don't see that scaling. Who knows? I think that a lot of these companies will probably just keep trudging on because none of these humanoid robots are going to be ready within the next 2 years, and this administration is only lasting another couple of years, so... You know, they'll be able to do things later, probably.
The docking station thing is weird. My first thought would be like, well, if you sell it without the docking station.
That's true. They could sell it without the docking station.
But then if it needs the docking station, I don't know.
They could sell it separately as like a bundle deal.
Oh, no, but
maybe.
Yeah, you still need it because that's where it empties the vacuuming
Depends on the robot. Some of them do that, some of them don't.
Really?
Some of them have like a super basic dock that's like it's pretty light because it doesn't do anything. It's just
like a inductive charger kind of
basically,
situation. Yeah. Interesting. Well, we'll see what happens with that. That just happened last night, so I'm sure that we'll get some press releases from these companies.
If anybody in San Francisco actually pays for this cleaning service, please send me videos of it crashing around and like doing things in your house. I would love to see this.
I will say I am surprised at how well this robot seems to be walking around and stuff when it jumps out of the van.
Yeah, that's the most impressive video. Is it getting out of the seat, jumping out of the van, and walking out looking like an actual 4-foot human? Don't know how well it cleans, but that was cool.
If you want a good time, read the terms of service. There's some great stuff.
Wearing the same New Balances as me.
Hey, thanks for watching this clip. Just to double check, just to test real quick, I've heard that the subscribe button was designed by humans for humans. So could you just click it just to make sure it works?
Click it.
Well, if it doesn't work, it means you're probably a robot. So just make sure. All right, cool. Did that work?
Click it with your claw.
It didn't work? I got bad news.